The box itself, I'll see if I'm going to bring it a bit nearer for you. I'll just pop that down there. That's the external aerial. I'll try and bring it nearer to the thing so it's a bit more clearer for you all. Okay, there you are. Yeah. The box itself is about 20 centimetres by 9 centimetres and about 7 centimetres in depth. Okay, I'll just show you quickly around it. On the front here, you've got, I mean, it's all solid plastic. It's a bit thicker than most plastic boxes, this. Because originally I think they were made to be junction boxes, but they are very thick, and because of that they're watertight. That's a good thing, really. It's quite heavy in one hand. I haven't actually weighed it yet, but I bet it's nearly touching on a kilo. So anyway, we've got on the front of it, you've got your normal toggle switches on off there. That's actually on at the moment, and you see the light, it's lit up, but there you go, let me just see it. Okay, I'll turn it off a sec, save the battery. And then you've got on the front there, in a convenient place, the auxiliary out 3.5mm socket, which is pretty standard on most cables these days, to plug into your computer if you want to analyze any of the audio or want to actually listen to it through a computer system in real time. That's possible through that. It's got quite a good speaker, a 10-watt speaker in there, so it's not any of your cheap radio speakers. It's a proper audio woofer speaker in there that is matched for most tones up and down the waveband. And it's got a metal grill that I tried to put on all the FCDs, so it keeps it really well protected. Okay, usual FCD logo up there at the top. It's just a stick-on logo, so you can take that off if you don't really want it on there. Okay, on the side here, this is the left-hand side. You've got just simple controls for the amplifier that's inside it, and it's just a toggle on-off switch there. And I'll tell you in a minute about the power source that it runs from when we get to the back. And it's got the volume control knob there. And let me just tell you, you'll see tonight, this unit is loud, very loud and very clear. Okay. And on the other side of the unit is absolutely nothing at the moment. There may be the option with this circuitry that I'm using to have AM on as well as FM. So I am thinking about doing that and having a switch there to be able to toggle between the two. It's not easy because, as I mentioned last week, you do have to sort of fine-tune the circuitry on the radio and the wave generator inside to actually get it to work good on both systems. It will work good on either separately, but to get them working on both of them off the same unit, wave unit, so to speak, was quite difficult. But it's for me anyway. I've got to learn more about that to do that. Okay, bottom, nothing on the bottom on this one. No need for any feet. It's really tough. It can just stand and pretty solid as well there. On the back, you'll see. Now this is what somebody asked me. One of the questions, I might as well get it away now, and that question came from Wes Coleman and Kaz South asked the same question basically, and they said, how is this box different or unique from other boxes? Well, all Ghost boxes are unique, every single one of them in my view, and that's even the same models, the same makes can be different. It all depends on how you work on them, the energy that's put into them, as well as the actual electronics, because there may be some, it could even be down to other things, like you bought a particular diode, let's say, from one supplier, and then buy a similar diode from another supplier to put into the box, and it has a slightly different makeup to it. So it's going to change the characteristic very slightly, albeit, of the box. So it's very difficult to answer that question, but on a much broader level, I can tell you that one of the things that I can absolutely guarantee that no other boxes out there have, because it was something that was sent to me through channeling and through information I received, is the FCD Ghost Box Antenna Booster crystal box. This actually derived from a wound crystal that I used to put on the old Mark IVs to actually help excite and attract spirit to the box. Well, this works in a similar way. And if you listen to this, people think, they used to think on the Mark IV that it were actually broken, but it isn't. You can hear that? That's all the loose crystals, because I don't feel it all packed with them, and there's a reason for that. Inside this box there is an aluminium rod that runs across it, and when the crystal chips hit against it at a very minute molecule level, basically an atomic level, they actually give off a charge, and the charge is enough to emanate around the box. And I also connect the antenna to it, so that antenna is being activated, so to speak, from the crystal booster that's in this box. So it gives you that different element of being able to contact spirit in a slightly different way, which is unique. So answering your questions, unique to FCD. So that is one of the things that this box is definitely different with, and none of the other boxes I've ever come across have actually tried to either replicate this or fully understand it to be able to put it on there. I have had people come back to me that bought the box and they've even put it on their own ghost boxes, their own mates, and said that the results have suddenly changed. You know, they've improved, or they've got more direct results through using this attachment. Whether that's true or not, I'm not there. I mean, I wasn't there. I just listened to their comments that come in. But yeah, that could be the case, and I hope so. That's what I was told to put there and make this box in that way. So the rest of the box is dedicated, very quickly dedicated to the power cell units that are on it. Now, the people that bought the FCD, sorry, I've got an itchy nose. It must be this cold. The people that bought the FCD Mark IV and other models kept getting back to me, and that's one of the things when you're in business, you've got to listen to people and you've got to try and improve on things. So what I tried to do was, they kept telling me that the battery units, although they were sealed and very, you know, sort of once they were in, they wouldn't fall out or anything, they were very difficult to get the lids off them to put new batteries into them, and that's because of the makeup of the actual plastic box that are used. Well, I thought, well, I'm going to go for a different option on this one. And because the unit runs off 2 9-volt batteries and 2 AAA batteries for the radio unit in the box, I will go with where the batteries can just be clipped out and put back in really easily. There's no lifting of lids or anything like that. So if you need to change quickly, you can do it quickly. And on the bottom ones, although that is, because there's the on-off button on here for the actual radio, separate from the amplifier and the wave generator and the reverb board that's in there. Remember, you've got 3 different sources in there taking 9 volts, so you need these 2 batteries for that. And you do need a separate one for the radio in there to stop any interference, static charge or anything coming into the actual radio board and causing a lot of, it sounds like bad ground, but it actually does interfere with the signal. So, but what I did with that one was, well, I thought, well, they're not going to have the same problem getting into this. So I've not broken it, don't worry. There's a strip of Velcro there on the bottom. Your case is here, and now it's just simply, you can just open the case. Look, I'll try and show you easily. You just open it with your hand even, put the batteries in and click it back together. I'll just put it on a second, but you can do it better with 2 hands. There you go, dead easy. And the on-off button, as I say, is on there. It's a simple switch on there that you push up, and then the radio is on. Okay, so that's basically all of it, apart from the antenna. Now, on this model, I'm pretty sure, because I've tried it outside in different places, that with a good reception area, you will only need the antenna that is fitted to the box already. Again, it's really handy. It goes in a 3.5mm attachment there, like a headphone socket plug, and you can buy these little try and hold it up to the aerial there. These little short aerials now that you can use for your mobile phones, and they work really well with this box. You just plug it in there, up the antenna lock, and then you've got a mobile antenna. And when you don't want to use it, because you could use it without the antenna as well, this box in the good reception area, it pushes round on the side there, and there is a clip just there on the side, trying to hold it steady if you see, that holds that all neatly in place. Okay. Should you be in a weaker area like I am, stuck between 2 big hills, which doesn't help at all, you can use a full whip antenna. There you go. And you can plug that by putting on a 3mm, which I do give these with the actual unit when I sell them, a 3mm socket on the end of it, and that plugs in the same. And whoops a daisy, that goes in the back of there as well. Okay, so you've got a full antenna there should you need it as well. Right, I'll put this back down here a second. I'm just going to knock everything down, but as I normally do. And I did hear something fall on the floor, but I don't know what it is. Right, no worries. Okay, so that's briefly going around the box. like I say, the box itself is an FM linear sweep, okay, just like the Mark IV was and other models, but it actually uses a radio with a wave generator, a radio circuit with a wave generator that enables a full spectrum of sweep. Now on this one, I can get fairly slow to stop, where you're getting the full radio program coming through, to fairly fast snippets, which it depends on what you like. Most people out there choose eventually how they like to listen to the box and put the sweep dial, which is this one on top here, to the actual position that they like. You can alter it and speed up and slow it down how often you like. That is entirely up to you. Different investigations suit different methods of using the box, really. Okay. Just want to say hi to everybody else that's joined us. Hi, Gavin, Karen, Lauren, and Eric. Hi, Eric from France. He's here as well. So there's some nice people that joined us. Dennis, a few more there. Right. Yeah, it's got linear sweep and FM. Like I say, it's got the possibility of the AM that's coming into it, and it also has the ability to actually. I'm trying to think now how to put this. You can actually use this, right, without the reverb. If you don't switch the main on off button on and just put the side button down for the amplifier, okay, you can actually have it on now without any reverb effect. But I do like a little bit of reverb. You'll see tonight, it just gives it that whole nice feel to it. Batteries seem to me, I've been running it and they seem to last probably a whole day on and off sort of thing. I would condense that down into about an hour to 2 hours max continuous play, depending where you are, what the conditions are. So that's what you get out. And like other researchers have suggested, I would go with getting yourself, if you haven't got one, for the 9 volts. The 2 AAA batteries in the radio at the back of the bottom will last forever. They never, ever seem to run out. I'm still running one of my radios up there that I put in this time last year, and it's still going strong. So it doesn't take much current at all from the radio side of things.